Hello everyone, my name is Ondosan. I'm going to be your chemistry instructor on YouTube. We're going to start by saying why we study chemistry. It's going to be a general chemistry course that goes from simple to complex a little bit. So I would start with the reason why we need to study chemistry. One of the reasons is that chemistry has impact on a society. When I say impact on a society, it means that there are some elements which are friendly to the environment, and there are elements that are not friendly. So we need to identify who these elements are. We need to teach the community about the kinds of chemicals that we are dealing with. Second, chemistry is also a part of your curriculum. So physiology, you also like to study biology or another subject that's related with science. So chemistry basically will help you to understand these areas. So in a sense, chemistry is like a bridge to all other courses. We call chemistry as a part of central science. And a third reason why we need to study chemistry is it involves in the study and the behavior of matter. I'm sure most of you have heard matter in different disciplines, but we're going to define matter in the point of view, in the perspective of chemistry. Matter is, in chemistry, is anything that occupies space. I would say here anything that occupies space, and has weight is defined as matter. So like the place where you are sitting right now, your laptop, your chair, your table, the screen that you see in the point of chemistry definition is considered as matter. Now we also see that matter has different compositions. Chemists have said that classifications of matter. So there is two kinds of classifications of matter. One is based on the movement of molecules. We can define matter as solid, liquid, and gas. On the composition of the substance, we can define matter as a pure substance. All right, pure substance. I'm going to give you a definition what a pure substance would be. A pure substance and a mixture. These are really very wide prospect here, pure substance and mixture. So we're going to see or break down what a pure substance and a mixture. Just bear with me. I'm going to go to the next slide. So I'm going to. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so like I say, matter is defined as a mixture and a pure substance. Okay, we're going to before I start to pure substance, I'm going to say mixture is a blend of two or more substances. Anything that's a blend of two or more substances can be defined as mixture. And we also define, or we also divide a mixture into a homogeneous mixture. I would say homogeneous, and the other category of a mixture is heterogeneous mixture. Okay, I can give you a simple example of homogeneous mixture. Let's say you want to mix salt and water, and you don't see any layers. Like if you mix salt and water, you don't see any layers. That's called a homogeneous mixture. And a heterogeneous mixture means, let's say you mix salt and pepper, mix sulfur with iron powder. Okay, this can be a heterogeneous mixture because, as you know, the common sulfur has a yellow color, and the iron powder has a gray color. So this is called a heterogeneous mixture. By the way, air is a good example of a homogeneous mixture because air has oxygen in it, nitrogen, rare gases like carbon dioxide, and nitrogen will be like about 78%. Oxygen will be like 21%, and we have some carbon dioxide and other rare gases with about 0.3% on where you are, depending on whether the place is too much contaminated or not. So that's a homogeneous mixture. Okay, so we have homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. I'm also say a little bit about mixture. We're going to see the difference between a mixture and a compound. Okay, so a mixture. One of the characteristics of a mixture has variable compositions. So to remember, mixture has a variable composition. Say for example, somebody would like to do a 5% saline solution. A saline solution means a solution that's made from salt and water. You will have 5 grams of salt and you will add with 100 milliliter. That's called a 5% saline solution. Or you like how you make a 25% saline solution. You just add 25 grams of salt into 100 milliliter of water. What I'm trying to show you here is that these two quantitative numbers indicate that a mixture has a variable. Additionally, they can be separated by a physical technique. A mixture can be separated by a physical technique. Let me write this down for you because it's very important. Can be separated by physical ways or physical techniques. What are some of the physical techniques? I'm going to give you some examples of physical techniques. Distillation is a physical technique. You use a filter paper. Decantation, you're going to separate solid from liquid. Sorting, sorting by color, you can use sorting by using density. All these are physical techniques of separating substances. Different substances have different densities, and that way we can able to separate. By the way, density is a ratio of mass divided by volume. We're going to discuss about density later on a little bit, about why we need density basically. So this is a mixture. I'm going to give you a definition of compound in a little bit. Now we defined the mixture. Now let's see what's a compound. Unlike a mixture, a compound has a fixed composition. That is a difference between a mixture and a compound. Why do you think that water is a compound? Because water is always made from 2 atoms of hydrogen and one, it's a compound, and also it has a fixed composition. And the other thing is that a compound can be separated by a chemical technique. Compound can be separated by a chemical process per se, by chemical technique or process. So one of the chemical technique we're going to see here maybe is electrolysis. We can use electrolysis that will help us to break down oxygen. So this is a chemical process. So remember that a mixture can be separated by a physical technique. Compound has separated by a chemical process or chemical techniques. In addition to that, mixture has a variable composition, whereas compound has a fixed composition. So I'm going to stop this for right now and we'll go back to the next portion.